Here's the trap. Your retriever can post a beautiful top-1 score and still make users think the whole product is broken.
Exactly. Top-1 only asks, did the first result look relevant? Users ask a harder question. Did I get enough useful evidence to complete the task without guessing?
So, the dashboard says green, but the user still loses.
Right, because many RAG tasks are not single document tasks. They need 2, 3, sometimes 5 pieces that each cover a different part of the answer.
Give me a concrete case, not a slogan.
Say a support bot needs to answer, can I refund an annual plan after 30 days if I upgraded from monthly? One doc explains annual refunds, another explains upgrade exceptions, a third defines how the clock resets. If Top-1 returns only the annual refund page, it looks relevant, but the final answer is still wrong.
And that wrong answer is dangerous because it sounds grounded. It has one real document behind it.
Yes. Partial retrieval creates false confidence. The model fills the missing gap with style, not evidence. That is worse than saying, I don't know.
So, Top-1 success can be misleading because it rewards the first document for being plausible, not sufficient.
That's the core issue. Relevance is not completeness. A user does not care that result 1 was kind of on topic if result 2 and 3 contain the conditions that flipped the answer.
This sounds like a power shift between what engineers optimize and what users actually experience.
It is. Teams optimize the metric that moves fastest. Users judge the product on whether it resolves messy, multi-hop questions. If your eval only celebrates Top-1, you are selecting for demos, not reliability.
Let's make that real in code terms.
Imagine an internal engineering assistant. A developer asks, why did deployment fail after rotating secrets? The answer lives across a runbook, a secrets policy doc, and a note in the CI config repo. Top-1 might surface the runbook every time, so retrieval looks strong. But the actual fix needs the policy exception and the CI path. Miss either one, and the assistant sends the developer on a 2-hour detour.
Now the metric says winner, but the team using the tool says loser.
And that gap compounds. Once users get burned twice, they stop trusting the assistant, which means your expensive stack loses influence inside the company.
So, how should evaluation change without drowning people in 20 metrics?
Keep it simple. Measure whether the retrieved set contains enough support to answer the question correctly, not just whether one item looked relevant. In practice, ask, did we retrieve all critical evidence within the top K?
Critical evidence sounds better than raw relevance, but how do you define it without turning this into a research paper?
Use task-based judgments. For each test query, label the minimal documents needed for a correct answer. Then check whether your system retrieved that set, or an equivalent set, high enough for generation to use. You are evaluating answerability, not just first-hit charm.
Another example, something customer-facing.
Take a healthcare benefits chatbot. A user asks whether physical therapy is covered after surgery without pre-authorization. One document covers therapy benefits. Another covers post-surgery exceptions. A third defines network restrictions. Returning only the benefits page gives a polished but risky answer. In this setting, Top-1 optimism can become compliance exposure.
That raises the stakes fast. The loser is not just the model score, it is the company.
Exactly. When the cost of omission is high, single-hit retrieval metrics flatter the system at precisely the moment you need caution.
So, should people stop tracking Top-1 entirely?
No. Top-1 is still useful for navigation-style queries, like find the API rate limit page. But if your product answers synthesized questions, Top-1 is a narrow lens. You need to know whether the evidence set is complete enough for the job.
And that changes ranking decisions too, right? Because now diversity and coverage matter, not just the most similar chunk.
Yes. If every top result is the same policy repeated 3 ways, your ranker is wasting slots. For many user questions, a slightly less similar but complementary document is more valuable than a second near duplicate of result 1.
So the practical move is build evals around tasks, label critical evidence, inspect coverage inside top K, and watch for missing conditions, exceptions, and dependencies.
That's the move. Then your retriever is rewarded for helping the model finish the job, not just start it convincingly.
Which means the real question is not, did we retrieve something relevant first? It is, did we retrieve enough truth to keep the answer honest?
And that is the whole game. Top-1 can win the chart, but complete evidence wins the user.